200 people in that room, and each one wants me to be somebody else.
How do you sing then?
I put myself in another place.
The Bob Dylan biopic A Complete Unknown is a highly dramatized look at the folk singer's career in the 1960s, charting his enigmatic rise and experimental phase. Today at ScreenRant, we fact-check the new Timothée Chalamet movie and see how closely it adheres to reality. Director James Mangold has openly stated that he purposely changed some dates and locations for the narrative's convenience. The film also notably dramatizes many of Dylan's real-life friendships with other established artists. True to the film, folk musician Pete Seeger did have a notable influence on Dylan's career, championing him as a rising star of the folk scene. But while Seeger first took note of Dylan's talent at a performance in Greenwich Village, the biopic plays out their first meeting at a hospital where former folk legend Woody Guthrie is admitted. This scene, while inaccurate, accurately depicts Seeger and Guthrie's longtime friendship. And Dylan did write a touching song for Guthrie called Song to Woody, which also featured in his debut album. As for Dylan's friendship with country singer Johnny Cash, the film again accurately depicts the two being pen pals in the 1960s. As for their first meeting, the real-life accounts vary. A Complete Unknown sticks with the myth that they first met during the Newport Music Festival. But in his eulogy for Cash, Dylan suggests that he met the Walk the Line singer before in 1962 or 1963. But then again, Dylan is notorious for being an unreliable narrator of his own life. The third act of A Complete Unknown finds Bob Dylan opting for an electric sound, a decision that angers the management team of Newport Folk Festival, who were accustomed to a more acoustic sound. And while Dylan did anger the Newport audiences, he debuted his new sound on an overseas tour in England. It's in this concert when folk fans notoriously yelled Judas at him, but the movie shifts this setting to Newport with the Judas scene intact. Again, as the movie accurately depicts, eyewitness accounts state that Pete Seeger was very infuriated with Dylan's new sound, but there's no evidence to suggest that he was ready to cut the stage cables with an axe. However, much like the movie's depiction of Johnny Cash, the singer actively backed Dylan and championed his new sound. Another aspect that A Complete Unknown largely nails is Dylan's turbulent love life. Elle Fanning's character Sylvie Russo is a renamed version of Suze Rotolo, Dylan's real-life girlfriend who influenced much of his early music. Dylan was indeed very fond of Rotolo, but did cheat on her with fellow folk musician Joan Baez, as the film accurately depicts. In the end, A Complete Unknown blurs several key events in Bob Dylan's early life, and it slightly alters the personalities of the people around him.
Once upon a time, you're just so fine. Do the bumps of dime in your prime.
But overall, it's a largely realistic depiction of Dylan's life in the 1960s. Thanks for watching ScreenRant, and stay tuned for more movie news.